Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we're doing a special tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing a special tonight. We are going to be following, or I'm going to be doing live commentary for the Knicks and the Memphis Grizzlies. I want to see this kid, Ja Morant, play, and I want to share it with you guys. All right, now, for those who are on YouTube, checking this out on YouTube right now, I'm doing a pregame right here on YouTube. And then after I do the pregame on YouTube, I'm going to be going over to Sportscaster to do the live commentary. All right? So make sure that you join me on Sportscaster when it's time to do the live commentary. Because I'll be cutting YouTube off and doing the live commentary only on Sportscaster. Okay? So it's going to be up to you, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that you're here. Well, let's talk about this game. The game starts in about 25 minutes, so we got some time to talk about the game. And I'm not doing my usual, the usual pregame that I do. All right, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Giselle Cash, thank you, and whoever else is here, thank you guys for being here. We're going to have a good time tonight. Remember, Sportscaster, that's where you're going to find live commentary of the game. And I'm putting the exact link in the chat right now, in the YouTube chat right now, so that you can come on over to Sportscaster, because as soon as 7:30 hits, I'll be jumping out of YouTube and going on to Sportscaster, although there will be a chat up in YouTube where, people can jump into that chat. They just want to, say a few things here and there, but come on over to Sportscaster. You like it over at Sportscaster, all right? All right. Anyway, the Knicks are playing the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at 7:30. And, of course, Ja Morant, ladies and gentlemen. Ja Morant. Do I need to say much more besides Ja Morant? Ja Morant is playing some basketball. And it's not going to be a joke dealing with Ja Morant. We're going to need Elfrid Payton. We're going to need Frank Ntilikina. We're going to need both of these guys to step in and really play some basketball tonight. Really play defense, because this kid is special. He's special, and he may be looking to come in and light up the Garden. We don't want that. All right? We don't want Ja Morant coming in and embarrassing us at the Garden. So we're going to need Frank Ntilikina. We're going to need Elfrid Payton. We're going to need these guys to step up and, play some serious basketball against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at some information, some of the stats behind the game with the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, right now, the Memphis Grizzlies, they average 113.3 points per game. They give up 115.4 points per game. Now, over the last 5 games or so, the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, they've been on fire defensively. They've been on fire defensively, and they're playing good basketball. They gave up 97 points to the last night to the Charlotte Hornets, right? And they've been doing it for a while, holding teams to under 100 points. Okay. We're going to see now, this is going to be a real test to what the Knicks can do defensively. We were talking last night. Are the Knicks turning the corner defensively? Is defense becoming an identity for this team? Is defense becoming an identity? I don't know, but we will find out. This is going to be a good test to see. Like Guillermo was saying last night, this is going to be a good test to see. Have the Knicks really turned the corner? Has their perimeter defense really stepped up? Because we're going to have to deal with these guys tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies are 23-24. They just beat the Denver Nuggets 104-96 in their last game last night, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen. And the Denver Nuggets, you see the Denver Nuggets are 32-15. That's a good team. I said they're going to be looking to come in. They're looking at this game and saying, hey, we can even up our record. We can leave out of here a 500 ball club. So if we want to, look, we're going to have a hard time scoring with them. We're not going to score, we're not going to score 115 points. They're giving up 115 points. We're not going to score 115. We're going to need to keep them under 100 points, and I think that's going to be difficult because they have a guy in Ja Morant that can really play basketball, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take a look at Ja Morant's numbers in his rookie season. As soon as we find him here, Ja Morant. All right, in his rookie season, Ja Morant, right now, he's averaging 17.5 points per game. He's shooting 48.8% from the field. He's shooting 39.1% from three. We have problems covering the three-point line. We have problems covering guards like Ja Morant. All right. He's averaging 3.5 rebounds. He's also averaging 7.1 assists per game. So this is going to be a game that we really got to watch. We really got to have to pay attention to this game to see if we really can, if we have really turned the corner defensively. Now I'm looking in. I see Famo said Frank got him. Hey, you know what? I hope Frank does have him, but Frank's got to be on the floor. Right? Last night, the Knicks chose to play Dennis Smith Jr. over Frank Ntilikina. Right or wrong, like the decision, that's what they chose to do. They chose to put Dennis Smith Jr. in over Frank Ntilikina. I don't think that works tonight. If we're playing, we're playing a guard like Ja Morant. You need to use Frank Ntilikina. All right, you got to have Frank Ntilikina on Ja Morant. Mike Miller's done a good job, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, of developing defensive schemes. Okay. So we'll see if he can develop a scheme tonight to try to, slow down Ja Morant just a little bit. Just a little bit. At Sima, I see you in Sportscaster say, Coach better not do what he did last night. I'm agreeing with you 100%. Coach, please don't. All right, put Frank Ntilikina in the game. I understand, the whole thing about Dennis Smith Jr., what you might be trying to do. I get all of that. Right, but we need Frank Ntilikina to be in this game, ladies and gentlemen. We need Frank Ntilikina we need him to be in this game because we need him to guard Ja Morant. All right, let's go back and let's look at the Knicks and what the Knicks are doing. I know you see the Hawks on the screen. Don't worry about that. We're transitioning over to the Knicks right now. All right, the Knicks so far this season, and of course, this is not the usual breakdown that I have. I've been running around, so I didn't have time to get that done tonight. But the Knicks, they played last night. They lost to the Charlotte Hornets 97-92 in a game that we all expected them to win and thought that they would win. And they did not. The Knicks are good at doing that. The Knicks are averaging 104 points per game. They give up 111.5 points per game. But, of course, that doesn't tell the story of everything that the New York Knicks are doing. Okay, their leading scorer is Marcus Morris. And then it's followed by Julius Randle. And those ties might turn. I haven't even really looked at their averages. That may be a little bit different right now. But the story about the Knicks is the last 5 games and the defense in the last 5 games. That's the story about the Knicks. Right, and whether or not that defense is going to come through tonight. All right. So let's take a look. You're not gonna see it, but I'm gonna tell you. All right, what the Knicks' defensive rating is over the last 5 games, how many points they've been giving up over the last 5 games, and all those type of things. All right, so over the last 5 games, ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks' defensive rating over the last 5 games is 105.5. That's 5th in the league. Okay, that's 5th in the league. That's decent. That's more than decent. That's good. That's very good. All right, that's very good. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep that up tonight because the Memphis Grizzlies, they average more assists than any team in the league. All right, a lot of it is due to Ja Morant and the way that he's able to penetrate, the way that he's able to he's got these special skills that many people just don't have. Okay, Now, let's take a look at some other information. Let's take a look at some other things about the Knicks defense over the last 5 games. Let's see what opponents are scoring against the Knicks over the last 5 games. Okay, over the last 5 games. Well, I accidentally did 7 games. Over the last 5 games, the Knicks are holding teams to 99.6 points per game. That's number 1 in the league. That's over the last 5 games. Now, they're 2-3 during that stretch because they can't score the basketball. But they're holding teams, again, to 99.6 points per game. Field goal percentage. The Knicks are number 2. They're holding teams to 41.5% from the field over the last 5 games. It's number 2 in the league. The Bucks are number 1. They're holding teams to 39.7% from the field. 3-point percentage, that's going to drop a little bit. The Knicks are 12th in the league. They're holding the teams to 34.9% from the 3-point line. That's 12th in the league. Opponents' assists, the Knicks are number 2 in the league over the last 5 games. They're holding teams to 20.2 assists per game over the last 5 games. Ladies and gentlemen, these are good numbers by the New York Knicks. Like it or not, or believe me or not, these are good numbers. These are good numbers. Again, over the last 5 games, the New York Knicks are holding teams to 20.2 assists per game. That's number 2 in the league. They're holding teams to 99.6 points per game. That's number 1 in the league. They're holding teams to 41.5% shooting. That's number 2 in the league. They're holding teams to 34.9% from the 3-point line. That's number 12 in the league. That's a good defensive team over the last 5 games, but it's going to be put to test tonight. That's for sure. That's without a doubt. It's going to be put to test. At Simon, you said, we're going to give up a lot of wide open shots in this game because of their passing, especially from 3. We probably will. I agree with you. We probably will give up a lot of shots in this game because of their passing, because Ja Morant can penetrate to the basket. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to load up on him penetrating to the basket, right? Which means there could be a lot of open threes, and guys will be wide open from that 3-point line, right? So, yes, I agree with you. We are going to have to, we're really going to have to find a way to get out on those 3-point shooters. You know what I mean? We got to find a way to get out on the 3-point shooters. We can't let these guys get loose. All right. The Memphis Grizzlies, as far as 3-point shooting, let's see what the Memphis Grizzlies are as far as 3-point shooting. As soon as I can get that information over here, I'll have it to you. All right. The Memphis Grizzlies on the season, ladies and gentlemen, they're 12th in the league. They shoot 36% from the field. That doesn't mean anything when you play the Knicks, though, right? Because when you play the Knicks, the Knicks are pretty good at giving up 3-point baskets, especially the way that they try to load up in the paint, right? And it's kind of been a downfall of the Knicks this season, the way that they try to load up in the paint. So we'll be watching to see. We'll be watching. All right. This is the first time that these two teams played this season. All right. There are games both teams can watch so that they can take a look and see what the Knicks do or see what the Grizzlies do, and they can game plan for each other. But it's the first time they faced off against each other. The next time that they play, there'll be more strategy involved, probably. I'm pretty sure, though, we'll be able to we'll get an idea of what can happen out here. All right, real quick, right from the beginning, we'll find out what the Knicks can do defensively against these guys. The problem with the Knicks is going to be offense, though. They're going to have some issues defensively, of course, but the biggest problem is going to be offense, in my opinion. All right, that's going to be the biggest issue for the Knicks. I'm not sure. Look, the Knicks are not going to be able to score 115. They have over the season, but they struggle scoring 115 points per game. Right? They struggle with that. So, what we're going to have to do is try to find ways to get easy baskets. Utilize our strength. Play defense on Ja Morant on the outside. Utilize our strength on the inside. Keep the ball moving. We talk about it every game. Keep the ball moving. Let's not have so many possessions where we hold the ball for 10 seconds, where we hold the ball for 12 seconds, with one person having the ball in his hands. Let's not do that. And because once you do that, man, it's going to slow down everything. And look, the Memphis Grizzlies are not a great defensive team. We talk about defensive rating with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, they're okay. I'm not saying that they're horrible. Just saying, they gave up 115 points per game. All right, so they're not going to be the greatest defensive team. The Memphis Grizzlies, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I find it, they're 20th in the league in defensive rating overall. All right, their defensive rating is 111.2, pretty much on par with the New York Knicks. If you look at the last 5 games for the Memphis Grizzlies, their defensive rating over the last 5 games is, as soon as I find, it's number 9. They're giving up 108.7 points per game over the last 5 games. So their defense is playing a little bit better. All right, defense is playing a little bit better for the Memphis Grizzlies. So we'll see. It's going to be a challenge tonight with the New York Knicks. Definitely going to be a challenge. I got my man Mark, who just joined us in the chat. You know what I mean? I know Mark is excited to see Ja Morant play. You know Mark is going to be excited for that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear what my man Mark's got to say about seeing Ja Morant for the first time at the Garden. All right? Mark, hold on. Let me get you unmuted. Mark, what's good with you, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm good, man. How you doing? Where you been?
Man, I just came home. Tell me why, right? I'm in the supermarket, and I get it in with, I don't know if it was the manager, the owner, etc. We end up getting into it, and then she ended up banning me from the store. I'm like, what the hell? And we was just arguing. She told me I can't come back to the store. But, other than that, man.
They ain't take you to jail. You didn't spend no time in jail, did you? Be honest, though. Don't lie.
No, it was just an argument. I think she just felt threatened by me, I guess. It is what it is. There's other supermarkets to go to. But other than that, my day was swell. My day was swell.
All right. Well, where you been, though?
Oh, bro, I've been working, and I just been doing some other stuff, bro. Getting ready to make some changes, in one's life. So, things happen.
All right. So talk to me about this game, man.
Can I say something?
A couple of tidbits about the game, though. All right. This is the first meeting between these two teams. Last season, they split the season series. Obviously, the Knicks have a different team. The Grizzlies have a different team. The last matchup, which was February 3rd, the Grizzlies did not score a fast break point, and they still won the game.
Wow. Because I was just about to go there.
And they still won the game. Now they got a better fast break game now. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, they still play the style of getting into the paint because they have Valanciunas. He's more of an inside player. So they can go, they can hit you in so many ways now, especially the way their confidence is up right now. But I was just about to get to the fast break. I was just like, you just telling me that they only have one fast break point? Listen, man, try to duplicate that and see if we can win that way, because if the Knicks don't have no chance running with these boys, because a lot of the Knicks players do not like to run. Listen. Sam, I am sick of seeing these guys, some of these dudes hold the ball for 12 seconds of the shot clock. It burns my soul more than anything else. It burns my soul more than anything else.
I feel you. Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Ball.
Um,
Because now, when you do that, I always talk about flow with the Knicks. Knicks has to play with a flow where, because certain young guys are not engaged, off the rip, you have to make sure they touch the ball. But there be some possessions, Sim, I'll be like, what are you doing? Like last night, you see what Marcus Morris was doing? Why was he? I understand the dude takes shots and he makes shots for it, but sometimes, bro, when you ain't got it, give up the ball. Julius Randle was good in the first half. And you know one thing about him, what I realized, Sim, he kind of, it's like he will have one good half where he plays his hardest. And then the second half is like he's just depleted. Like he just looks tired to me. He looks overexerted after he will have like a good half. So like if he don't have a good first half, he'll come out in the second half and try to have a good second half. He has to watch how he plays and exert himself, because he can't sustain himself throughout the game because he tends to struggle throughout the game. I realized that the last couple of games with him. But other than that, listen, man, we have to do everything to protect that pick and roll action with John Morant, because he plays with this, like, y'all not better than me confidence when I watch that kid. He has moxie and spunk.
mm-hmm.
Those things, man, listen, when you got a player that obtained that type of confidence, oh my God. Look where that team is now. That team is good defensively. They fly around and they score, Sim. They score.
They score 113 points per game. They're giving up 115 points per game, but in the last 5 games, their defensive rating, they're like 9th in the league. Now, the Knicks, you got to give it to them. Their defensive rating is, the last 5 games, they're one of the top 5 teams in the league in defense, in a lot of areas too.
Yes.
Number one in opponents' points per game, only giving up 99 points per game. Number 2 in opponents' field goal percentage per game, only giving up 41.5. Number 12 in 3-point opponents 3-point percentage, like 34.9. They're number 1 in allowing it was number 2 in assists per game. They're only allowing 20.2 assists per game. So their defense is playing good. Now, it's going to be a different beast with Ja Morant out there, but they're playing well. This is going to be a good challenge for them. About 5 minutes before game time, ladies and gentlemen.
I say Knicks play good defense in spurts sometimes, and sometimes they will have good games where they play good defense. But Sim, can I ask you a question? Why was Frank on the bench yesterday, and then he puts him in late in the fourth quarter to expect the guy to do something? Even though he did hit a sort of a clutch shot and was clutch on defense. But what's good with his rotations? Because it's been horrible.
I mean, I think it has to, what it has to do with. I think it probably has to do with trades and stuff, man.
I'm telling y'all, I've been telling you, bro, those 2 baboons is controlling the way how these coaches want to play, because I'm just watching that lineup, that fourth quarter. Stop doing that, man.
I feel you, man.
Stop. Because we be in games, and I'm like, yesterday we could have got that. We could have won that game, man. Like, there's games like that was like, we could have won. It gets you so bad because when you see that lineup, you just look at your TV
and I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like from the time that we knew that Frank Ntilikina was not playing, we lost that game. Now, in the second quarter is when they really turned it around and started to make a run, right? But knowing that we didn't have Frank Ntilikina to defend Terry Rozier, who dropped 30 on us.
And those are the type of guards Frank feasts on defensively.
Yeah,
he feasts on those type of guys.
Yeah, that wasn't, it just what I mean.
I was like, it's like you put out Dennis Smith Jr. in the second half. Like, trying to understand, what are you doing? Like, and this Alfred Payton guy, Sim, I swear to God, I swear, he has possessions where he dribbles with no purpose, and it hurts our ball movement at times. I mean, he's a decent point guard in some people's eyes.
Well,
But
he's a backup point guard.
yeah, he is. But
And
sometimes,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hoping at the beginning of the season, maybe this would be the year that he had, some kind of a resurgence. Clearly, it's not. He's a backup point guard. He's gonna be a career backup point guard, most likely, right? He can't shoot the ball. If he could shoot the ball, maybe things would be different. But that dude can't shoot the ball. He can't make free throws either.
Then when he throws up the ball, I'll be like, good God. Good God. Yo, honestly, these NBA players, these guys that come in, really, really have to work on their skill. Because if they can't do one thing, you have to find another way of putting the ball in the basket some way, somehow. Because now, I was having a change of thought. Because now that I watch Alfred Payne from time to time, and it's since, just it's to a point, just start Dennis Smith Jr. at some point, and just let him play and see, and just go on with him till the end of the season, because I'm just disgusted of how many minutes Payton gets, no matter how bad he does on the floor. It's like the coach is coaching because he coaches, and he does have defensive schemes. He's good. He's good. I don't have no problem. But because, like I said, that this front office says put these certain players onto the floor because it's either we want to trade them, or it's either they value them in a way where they want to bring them back. And that's the thing I'm harping on with those two baboons, because again, now you're hurting the team. You're hurting the team.
Hey, Mark, let me get to Nate real quick. All right. Actually, Nate, before I get to you, let me make this announcement. Then I'll get back over to you. I do want to make this announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone that's on YouTube right now, you're on YouTube. In about just a couple of minutes, I'll be jumping off of YouTube and I'll be on Sportscaster. All right. So I want you to go over to Sportscaster. That's where the game is going to be streamed live. All right, so as soon as the link is in the description of this video, there's going to be another live video that comes up, and it's going to be live. All right, but it's just going to show a picture, and it's going to tell you to come to Sportscaster. All right, so come to Sportscaster right now. All right, because there's just a few minutes left, and I'll be exclusively on Sportscaster as soon as this game gets kicking off. All right. So make sure you come over and you join me on Sportscaster, so that you can check out the commentary on Sportscaster, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll be on Sportscaster. I'm putting the link in the YouTube chat right now. The link is also in the description here, and it's going to be in the description of the live video that's about to be coming up. All right, so jump on over to Sportscaster. Check me out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Nate.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
My man? I'm good.
Hey, happy. Did you have a good birthday? You do anything fun?
I had a great birthday, man. I'm here.
I'm glad.
I'm here. I'm kicking.
Hey, man. That's all you can ask for, right? That's all you can ask for. Yeah, man. Kind of just talk about the game real quick. They're gonna have to keep Ja Morant out of the paint. And unfortunately, I don't think we have the foot speed on the point guards to match him. So it's going to be a very tough matchup with Ja Morant. He likes to pass. I would say make him a jump shooter first and foremost, and take the lane away from him, which the Knicks have been doing well. So I'm anxious to see how that looks. Jackson Jr. is going to be a huge mismatch for Julius Randle. I mean, the guy can shoot the three. I mean, he can take him out. So he's a taller guy. He's very athletic. So the pick and roll is going to be big on their end. So he's going to have to really guard the pick and roll well. The one guy I'm telling you guys to watch out for is Dylan Brooks, man. Dylan Brooks can ball. I mean, if you watched him at Oregon, the guy can put the ball in the hoop. He's very underrated as a player. And he's actually had I think he's averaging like 15 points this season. So, can shoot the three, pretty athletic kind of guy. So they're going to have to be, whoever's guarding him is going to have to make sure that they're on him and understand that he can shoot the ball. Outside of those three players, I mean, I don't know really if there's anybody else that's really a big threat. Those three guys are going to be the bulk of their scoring. Maybe Valanciunas might get in the game too and make some baskets, but I think, like you said, the Knicks have been playing really good defense lately. Well, let's see it, because this is going to be a tough matchup from the point guard position, a tough matchup at the 4 position, and even at the 2 position with Dylan Brooks. So I'm anxious to see how the Knicks play out in this defense. If they play really well, then, hey, we might have something, like you said, man. We might have the beginning of a really good defensive identity, or we could just fall flat on our face and play horrible defense. So we just don't know. But this will be a good barometer to see where this defense is looking like going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be a great barometer to see what this defense is looking like going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a chance to see it tonight. You know what I mean? Again, Ja Morant's averaging 17.5 points a game, shooting 49% from the field, 39% from 3, averaging 7.1 assists in 30 minutes per game. He's leading rookies in points and
special
assists.
Point guard, man. I think he's a cross between CP3 and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Now, I do want to remind everybody that's listening in, there's obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. I'm streaming the game, okay? And then there's going to be a delay coming to you from Sportscaster, but not as much as a delay as there is on YouTube. So there's just a couple second delay on Sportscaster. So it should be, it should be good on Sportscaster. And, right now, the game hasn't started just yet. They're still, they're still doing pregame stuff around the court. Things are clearing up. They should be out there ready to ball pretty soon. As soon as that jump ball goes off, ladies and gentlemen, I'm jumping off YouTube, and I'll be on Sportscaster exclusively. Okay, exclusively. So make sure you get over to Sportscaster right now, so you can join me. So you can join me and listen in, and we can talk. We can have a good time. I'll give you a chance to call in, all that good stuff. All right, so make sure you get over there and join me on Sportscaster. All right, we got a nice crew in Sportscaster right now, but we like to see a few more people over there. All right, we'd like to see a few more people over there. Yeah, I don't know, Nate. You need some throat lozenges or something, bro. What's going on?
Man, it's something in the air, dude. I don't know what it is. It's Texas weather over here, man. It's every day. It's hot and then it's cold. It's really messing with me. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get
warming, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark. Man, I see you had your hand up. You was getting ready to say something.
I just didn't realize how efficient they two thoroughbreds are. Morant is shooting damn near 50% for guard and 39 from 3. And then Jared Jackson is 48 and 41 from 3. When you have two of your thoroughbreds that efficient, that tells me they don't take bad shots. They're highly efficient. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why can't the Knicks just hit? Why can't we be good? Why?
Just gotta be patient, man. We just gotta be patient.
Like I
gotta be patient. I know everybody's tired of being patient. We hear all the time, but what we're gonna do? At some point, the Knicks are gonna be good. They have no choice. They have no choice. One of these days, I mean, sometimes you just go by, what are the odds that you're gonna be bad forever? You just got to go by that. And
look at the Sixers, man.
Let me take that
4 years
back.
of hell before they got better.
I'm really about to put my whole heart on RJ. I'm going, like I said, I was going to always give him time because he has what it takes just from a personality standpoint. And I value that more than anything, especially to play in the Garden. I always say that. You need a player that know how to carry themselves and want it more than the other players. we have players. Like I said, our young thoroughbreds, they are intriguing, but until this team put fitting pieces to surround them and to put them on the floor with full-fledged confidence, like how you see Memphis is doing with those guys, and managing them correctly, we have, I would say we have players that we can do some stuff with when you surround them with, correct talent around them. But until that, man, I'm just so soured down from this team and everything. But I just want to say, Jesus, man, it's just, I just want to see more. I just want to see, like when I even look at Frank, and what made me happy coming in the season about it is what I seen what he did in FIBA. Even though he wasn't starting, but there was times where how he played amongst competition, even when he went against the U.S. team, and how he took Kimba and Donovan Mitchell out. You have to have some high basketball skill to actually do that in a FIBA game. Just think about that. Because I watched Donovan Mitchell, and you look at that team. Him and Rudy Gobert is a force right now. He's a fourth quarter closer, and you got Rudy Gobert in the back. And I just want to see that's the word, the consistency, man. Even if they fail, but you just make sure you help them correct what they need to be corrected. And another thing, I'm just tired of seeing Mitch down in the paint by himself. He can't do it by himself down there grabbing rebounds, man. Can we have other players? That's one thing I like about Scotty Brooks and what he taught Russell Westbrook. Because you know how people complain about, oh, Russell Westbrook be going after rebounds. No, that's how Scotty Brooks taught his team is when that ball goes up, I want all 5 men to be alert on that. And the Knicks don't do that. That's why we got our rebound the other night. And I'm like, no one's grabbing rebounds. And I'm just watching Mitch out there doing it by himself. He can't do it by himself like that. Not now. But he do a good job. But our other bigs got to help, man. And help. And the young players will see and follow them.
Stay with us.
Help.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm just sick of seeing that, man. Help the young players so they can help you. So you won't have to go ISO for 12 seconds in crucial games. They can help you.
All right.
You have to like that on the floor, man. And that's the thing. We don't have someone that can lead on the floor properly.
All right. So let me do this real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I am logging off. Okay, I'm logging off. Come on over to Sportscaster right now. The link is in the description. All right. And I'm going to be on Sportscaster. So, Mark, you staying on with me? Nate staying on with me? All right. Come on over to Sportscaster right now. The link is in the YouTube chat. All right. Because this game is about to start getting off. And we're going to do live commentary and talk. And you can call in and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, check me out, ladies and gentlemen. I see you over at Sportscaster. And if you're on Sportscaster right now, yeah, man, we trying to